The first solo tournament of the new season is here, and this is why I'm botting OCE player ZDog. He has been up and coming for quite a few seasons now, so I think that he's a great indicator to see how the meta is this season.
ZDog lands at Battlewood Boulevard, which is not one of the new POIs. It's also interesting to see that ZDog chooses to land at a POI that's not one of the new ones, knowing that it's going to be less contested and he'll actually be able to loot up. So if you want to succeed in the season, consider landing at one of the old POIs, and don't switch your drop to the new POI because it's always going to be heavily contested. Alright, so it's going to be interesting to see here which type of mobility he prioritizes. He's going to choose to run the override grenades. I believe that's what most pros are using because the jet zipline gun actually leaves you really vulnerable when you're rotating, and especially in high elo lobbies, you're going to get beamed every single time you use it. Alright, so he's using to lurk up on this fight. And it's interesting to see that even like such a good player on this region is still choosing to lurk up. Like he's always trying to look for that opening damage. So he's looking to beam him in the back now. Gets a quick little 80 damage. Now he's going to push up. Gets the Conan. Guy's 1 HP. He's probably going to die to his own. GG's. Alright, that's the first kill. 20 more to go. It looks like Fizz plus override grenades might be the meta if you can find a Fizz jar. I don't even know if they're in the game right now. But combining a Fizz grenade with one of these override grenades could definitely be very useful for rotates. Alright, ZDog spots someone who doesn't look like the best. Okay, he's gonna finish this guy up. Yeah. Alright, now I see someone's boxed up. Let's see how he approaches this. He's gonna spray the wall to 1 HP. Gets it first try. Cone in. The guy tries to run. Alright, so now he's third party in this fight. Let's see if he goes in with any caution or tries to take any smart peeks. He's gonna go from the tops. Gets the first try. ZDog's ping is very beneficial for him right now. Alright, so he prioritizes the new shotgun, even when it's a rarity lower. I think that's what a lot of pros are going to do because this new shotgun is just so strong. It reloads like when you're not even using it, so you don't even need to be holding it out for it to reload. Holy, he's crazy with the burst SMG. I think the burst SMG will definitely be meta for these close range fights. Fortunately, a bit of replay lag selling there, but let's see what he prioritizes. Alright, looks like he's still going to prioritize the med mist over the chug splashes. So I think most pros are going to be using the new shotgun instead of the iron pump. It seems like it's going to be the best gun. Gets beamed. Let's see how he plays defensively here. Throws a mist grenade instantly. Goes through his box. I don't know how that happened. Now he's going to sit with his pump out waiting for the guy to drop onto his wall. Because this shotgun hits 150 so often that like if someone drops onto your wall, you can just insta-150 them. This could actually be a one-shot here. Let's see. 117. And he just finishes up with his SMG. Alright, so it seems like he's choosing to carry burst SMG and the new shotgun. Though I'm curious to see if he picks up any of the ARs, like the Nemesis or the Combat. Alright, spotting his next fight here. He's going to try to get a pump from the back. Quick little 120, and the build grid's really weird. Wow. Alright, he doesn't even pick up the purple iron pump for the green overdrive. I believe that's what it's called. So it looks like he is heavily prioritizing the new shotgun. Yeah, and that's why, because oh my god. Yeah, this thing is almost the same as the Java Blaster from the Star Wars season. Oh, and now he's got a gold one. Let's see what he does with that. He's not even trying to beam him with his SMG. He's just trusting the laser attachment. This thing is so good because you don't even need to zoom in. So what you can do is while you're pushing up, you can get a beam on someone. Quickly watch this for third party. Yeah, look. See, he doesn't even aim in there. I don't know if that's replay, but I'm pretty sure that you can just use the burst SMG when you're pushing up to fights or when someone's trying to run without zooming in. Alright, so it seems like burst SMG and the new shotgun is going to be the W King meta. I'm curious to see what pros carry in the more stack lobbies where they might actually need Storm Surge. Beautiful. And that's why you carry this gun. It is so strong. The consistency with the damage, I think, is what really separates it. because I don't think I've seen this pump hit for like less than 100 at like closer ranges. Like, this gun is just very powerful and very consistent. It's very interesting to see here. He doesn't carry the Golden Nemesis over the Burst SMG. So it seems like his priority is going to be the Burst here. I have a feeling someone's in this box. Just trying to look for them. Player's using the tree here, trying to hide behind it. ZDog's going to drop down from the top. Tries to drop down and insta-reset, predicting the shot from the opponent. Because especially when they have this new shotgun, you do not want to get hit for that 120, because that's just a tempo killer. 175 finishes them up. So yeah, I think it's going to be very important to just play really safe and just be insta-resetting your walls this season, because so many people are going to be carrying this new shotgun, which is going to hit you for like 130 if you're not careful. Dropping down onto this wall. See how he's playing all the way from the right? You should do that regardless, but especially in this meta, you have to avoid getting hit from that new shotgun. Alright, let's see. I'm curious to see how he uses the zipline gun. Or even if he carries it once he finds overdrive grenades. Alright, ziplining. Yeah, and that's the problem, because like you're so easy to hit because the zipline is such like a straight line mobility item. The burst SMG does not look like it's the best kind of range. That was 17 damage right there from a blue burst from that far away. So if you're getting into the box, it's very good. But the second you start getting a little bit of range, it's not going to be the best. Oh, gets to kill the zone. Brutal. So I think in the search lobbies, I think it's going to be the Nemesis AR. That's probably going to be the best. Because the combat's just got a ton of recoil. So I assume one player's going to take the Nemesis, one person's going to carry the burst SMG, or maybe the pistol, if I had to guess.
The rest of the game was a little bit boring, and there wasn't a lot to learn from it, so we're going to go right into the next game, which is a little bit more stacked.
Alright, so he's chosen to land at Squibbly Shores, one of the new POIs. Let's see how he loots it. Oh, Oli's in this game. This should be interesting. Oli's let Cont him off spawn too, so presumably they're going to fight. He's going straight onto Oli. Grabs the 2 slurpfish. Didn't know the boss dropped that. Hunting Oli down. Looks like he doesn't have any builds. And finds the finish from that. Alright, let's see if he chooses to fight this guy. 26. Guy's going to disengage. Oli's going to follow. Here we go. I mean, not Oli. ZDog. I don't know why I keep saying Oli. Straight in the box. Thunderburst putting in work. Yeah, Thunderburst is just so good in box because it just shoots so fast. And I believe it does, what, like 26 to 30 damage in box? It's crazy. Oh, these igloos are going to be camp fests. Never mind. Finds a quick kill backside. Gonna go for it. He doesn't have any overdrive grenades, though. So Oli movement will be struggling this game. But we'll see how he rotates without any movement. Shouldn't actually be too difficult since everyone's going to be shockwaving. So it's going to be hard for a lot of people to get front side to look back at you. No, you got a lucky pull here, so you're going to look back here. There's no real fast, like, hard to hit movement. Either you're using the zipline or you're using a shockwave. Shockwave's going to be a little bit harder. But if anyone backside's using the zipline, I think they're going to just die. Yep. Lee Chae-won tries to use it. Gets beamed for his efforts. Though it seems like he does manage to get in. So many kids backside. You can start looking at now. Yep, this guy's going to overdrive grenade. He's going to get cracked. Oh my god. I mean, the Thunderburst isn't even that bad at range. Another player trying to get in. He's going to get 1 HP. Yeah, so it seems like rotating early and just looking back on everyone is going to have to be the meta. I think that this season's definitely going to reward people who understand how zones work, playing dead side and stuff like that. Because there's no real movement to get you out of like a really tough spot. Like all the movement here, very difficult. ZDog now, understanding that, he's going to try to get to like the most uncongested side possible. Away from everyone else. So if zone pulls to him, he literally is just winning the game. One other player trying to do the same. Oli's going to hit a quick little lurk play on him. He hasn't gotten spot yet. Choosing lurk above this player, placing meta walls just in case. And that guy gets one pumped. Awareness check of doom right there. Oatly misses a Thunder Burst upgrade, but it's okay. Never mind, he goes back for it. There we go. Alright, but now since zone pulls max and he's put himself on this like really uncongested side, he can run. Since he doesn't have any movement, he can just run along the side here and just dodge everyone else. And he also can refarm his math if he needs to, which he is going to do. Now he's 5-5-5 going into endgame. And on a very uncongested side of zone. If you see in the mini-map to the top right or bottom right, since replay's bugged, there's no one on this entire side of zone. So he gets it all to himself. And from here, he's in such a good position to take height. He's also going to be able to look back now. Players ziplining. With no good movement, I mean, like, it's literally just turkey shoot for ZDog here. Getting more tags. Can he get beam from some backside, though? Trying to push up the hill onto him. He can choose to back down, though. I think Oli could take height here if he wants to. Seems like he's going to choose to do it. Investing some of the builds that he refarmed earlier. Since he has so many builds going into this endgame, combined with the refresh and being able to refarm, he's now just able to really invest into this high take, pull zone, and it's straight up a mountain. With no jetpacks to get up, it's gonna be a real lobby killer here, pulling up this mountain. ZDog's basically the only, ZDog's literally the only one even close to up here. And now he's gonna put in hard mats into this. It's gonna be very hard to shake him off from here. He might actually just win the game based off this zone. It's because the overdrive grenades just are not that strong. So we're gonna see if anyone's even able to get up this mountain. Lee Tae-won attempts to get up. Doesn't quite get it. ZDog staying front side here. Someone uses zipline to get up. But Oli's just in such a good position because he played the zone. Knew that it was going to pull back since it couldn't pull onto the water. Players now finally starting to make their way up. This one's probably going to kill a lot of this lobby who's stuck on the bottom. Someone tries to zipline up. Oli's going to break it. That's interesting right there. ZDog breaks out the zipline so that the guy can't take height from him. So the balloons are only 150 HP, which means that in 3 hits you can break them. And in the time that it takes someone to actually get up, you're usually able to break them. So you just have to be really aware of the balloons if you're on height. Zone pulls far. Oli finds another kill. Top 10 here. Yeah, this lobby's died out. I believe like half the lobby's died in like the past zone. Guy makes himself an aim course. Oli cat mass right now. Uses the box up temporarily. So he's playing this game out with no movement, but he's also done it so well just by predicting zones that he's able to get himself into such a good spot this end game. Still over 100 builds for him. He's going to look back up for height. Drop down. Might look for a chop here. Nope. He's going to drop down to lurk. See if he can find a quick like 175 on someone. Shotgun's still reloading. 47. That's the finish there. Top 4. Puts kid in the full box. Gets the finish. Wow. Kovacs player takes height. See if ZDog tries to win from the low ground here. He's going to try to chop out height. Top 3. I don't know where the last player is. There he is. Oli gets in, gets the kill, 1v1. With so many builds left, now he's going to take height. Other guy tries to side jump. ZDog takes a big shot. That's why you can't leave your wide edits open for very long, or else you will get 150'd from this new shotgun. 132 there. Shotgun's putting in damage. Now, Luck trying to hide in some of these old builds. ZDog's going to drop down from height. Alright, he's going to shockwave to front. ZDog's just going to chase him down. Interesting space, gets the win. Alright, what can we learn from this game? When you're on height, breaking the balloons and staying aware of other people trying to zip line up onto you, I think that's going to be very important. And then also, when you don't have movement, or even if you do have movement, first off, saving it if you're going to play passive so you don't run out of overdrive grenades too early. And also just playing the zones and trying to find like an uncongested area to rotate through. Simply because if there's anyone that's already in zone, they can look back at so many people, and zone priority is going to be such a big thing that probably the only way to avoid it is going to be putting yourself where there's like no one.